Good evening, everyone. I'll call to order the regular meeting of the City Council of the City of East Ridge, April 9th, 2026. I'd like to ask City Attorney Litchford if he'll provide our invocation and lead us in our pledge, if everyone stand if able.
All right, let's bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so thankful and come to you humbly here tonight. We are thankful for the right and freedom to meet as this government, to take up issues and make decisions on behalf of this city for the betterment and improvement of all the citizens here. We are asked that you give each one of these individuals wisdom, guidance, patience, and that they be guided by your will to make the best decision that they believe to be in the interest of this community. Lord, we are so thankful to represent everyone that is able to be a part of this city. And we thank most of all for your son, Jesus. In Jesus' name, amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Roll call, Ms. Dietrich.
Mayor Williams,
Here.
Vice Mayor Tyler,
Here.
Councilmember Cagle,
Here.
Councilmember Ezell,
Here.
Councilmember Witt,
Here.
Interim City Manager Williams,
Here.
City Attorney Litchford.
Here. All right, the first item we have on the agenda is the Milestone Award. It's where we recognize our city employees that have reached milestone anniversary dates working here at the city. And the one we had for March is Megan Wilson for 10 years, and she's in the police department. So we thank Megan for her 10 years worth of service, and we also thank all of our employees for their dedication and hard work for the city and the citizens. With that, we'll move to the next item is approval of the minutes of the March 26, 2026. I assume everyone's had an opportunity to review those minutes, and I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve the minutes March 26.
Second.
We have a motion approved by Councilmember Ezell. We have a second by Councilmember Witt. Do we have any discussion or corrections? See none. Roll call, Ms. Dietrich.
Vice Mayor Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle,
Yes.
Councilmember Ezell,
Yes.
Councilmember Witt,
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes, the minutes are approved. We'll move to the next item, which is communication of citizens. This is an opportunity for citizens to come forward and address the council with any questions, concerns, or accolades. Each citizen will have up to 5 minutes. We've had one that signed in. Others will have an opportunity, and that would be Jane Sharp. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Jane Sharp. I live at 6112 Schofield Avenue, and I just want to thank whoever got our roads paved in Lansdale Park. Y'all don't know how badly we have been wanting that to happen and how jarring it has been driving up some of those streets when it wasn't done. You might have noticed we've got a new sign out in front of Lansdale
beautiful.
Park, and we're working on some beautification efforts in Lansdale Park, and I just wanted to extend my gratitude to City Council, whoever it was who got the work started on the paving, because it's smooth now. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We did have a situation with our paving contractor last year that got certain road. It took much too long than what we anticipated, and we didn't get roads completed. So this year we moved the funds that wasn't used. We moved it to this year's budget, and we focused on the streets that were not addressed from last year. They were moved to the top of the list to be addressed and completed first before we moved into our 26 roads. So thank you for those words. I'd heard from a lot of people from Lansdale Park, so I know the frustration, and I kept telling them, please bear with us. We're working as hard as we can to correct this. So thank you for those words. Okay, anyone else? Ms. Sharp's the only one that signed in. If there's anyone else that would like to come forward, now is your opportunity. All right, I don't see anyone, so we'll move to communication of council members. I'll start on this side. Councilmember Ezell.
No, I have nothing right now.
Councilmember Witt.
Nothing.
Vice Mayor Tyler.
Nothing at this time, Mayor, but I do want to commend the citizens who live over in Lansdale Park, the sign is very nice. And to see community come together for the beautification is a great thing. I think it's wonderful. So thank you, Ms. Sharp, for your kind words. It was nice to hear.
Councilmember King. All right, so just want to reiterate, as I always mention, Parks and Rec, it is so busy in the park. If you go down there and look, there's so many things going on with the full swing of sports for another exciting season and at East Ridge Parks and Rec. So we're thrilled to have our players and families and all the things that are going on in the park. Then with the library, we have several things going on. We've got the Peeps contest. So that is to build a scene with your favorite book using Peeps as the characters. You can stop by the library and pick up your Peeps and the official form while supplies last. You can submit your entry anywhere between March 23rd and April 17th. There's 3 categories: age 12 and under, and it's 13 and up, and then there's a team family. So those are the categories that you can participate in. Then Nimble Thimbles. This is Thursday, April the 23rd at 4 is where kids and adults can enjoy fun, hands-on fiber art experience in this creative class. They do basic needle felting of shapes and sculptures of a soft and wool basketball, and it's perfect for building motor skills and confidence. Then the adults, they can actually craft a pipe cleaner flower using simple techniques and stuff. So it's a perfect age for all ages, and they can create something unique. That one and the next one you'll need to call and register, which is Fancy Nancy Tea Party. So this is Saturday, April the 18th from 11 to 12:30. Come for the food and stay for the fun, and it is for ages 4 to 11, and it's be dressed in your best. Both of those you need to call and register for those. It's 423-867-7323. And then lastly, they have Earth and Blooms Gardening Club. It's the first Thursday of every month, April through July, from 3:30 to 4:30. They cultivate new friendships and grow your horticultural skills, whether you're a seasoned green thumb or just a beginner. You'll need to call and register for that one too. So you can join the adult club, digging in the dirt, and so much more. So that is awesome. The library has so many activities, in addition to being a great library and a source of books and library and activities. Then lastly, as I mentioned in several, animal shelter is prime dog walking season. Great to get out and spend some time with the shelter dogs. You can take those dogs out from 8 to 10 during cleaning, but you'll need to call and make sure that they're aware of that so they can be prepared, because they'll do their cleaning during that time, but they're open from 10 to 4:30. So get out in the fresh air and contribute to some wagging tails and a chance to make a shelter dog's day along with your own day, because it is awesome to do that. That is all I have, so I'll hand it off to Interim City Manager Williams.
Thank you, Mayor. I've got a few things I'd like to go over. According to Bridget Raper of the Small Cities Coalition, no sales tax bills have been passed this year. Okay, so they've all been put back, and it doesn't look like any of them are going to pass currently at this time. The baby box at Station 1 appears to be scheduled for a blessing sometime in late May. We're still trying to nail down the exact date, but it looks like it's going to be late May. And then I did reach out, or we had a meeting with Carter Caravan Service. The Caravan Service looks like they're going to go up on their price. Currently, we're spending about $47.50 a trip. They're wanting to go up to $62 a trip. So we've reached out to them as well as the county. I'm waiting on phone calls back from the county. Last year, the county funded $15 toward each trip, and we also received a grant for $12 a trip. If we can receive that grant again for that $12 a trip and talk to Mayor Wamp's office about raising that funding from 15 to 25, that will absorb a lot of the cost for the caravan service. So we're currently working on that this time. It looks at this time there's a couple of different amounts. course, these are estimates, so they're not real strong numbers. But it looks like it could go up as high as 155,000 from the price of last year. I think was about 93,000 or something like that. Does that sound right, Diane?
We budgeted 100,000 for this year.
Okay. So, other than that, I'd like to talk a little bit about the street resurfacing. It has begun. It started in Lansdale Park area on April the 7th. The roads that are currently scheduled under the 2026 street improvement plan are as follows. When I say these streets, I don't mean the entire street. We've got sections of streets that are really bad, and those areas are what we're focusing on, so we can spread more asphalt, if you would, across the city on other areas and spread that. South Seminole Drive, South Rugby Place, Greens Lake Road, Greenbrier Road, 5300 block, Claremont Avenue, Franklin Place, Anderson Avenue, Weaver, South St. Mark's, Gleason Drive, Marion Avenue, West End Avenue, Oakdale Avenue, Pleasant Street, Walworth Avenue, and Gibson, Holiday Drive, Lansdale Drive, Blanton Drive, Hurst Street, Scott Street, Roper Street, Truman, Marietta Street off Mike Smith, Frawley Road, Moorview Road, Benson Drive, Belvoir Avenue, Sprigg Street, South, Garner Street, Jennings Lane, Clemens Road, Swope Drive, and Woodard Circle, Bluebird Circle, Marietta Street, east and west. So there's several streets that are still left over, I believe, from last year's resurfacing project. I'm going to reach out to Jeff Sykes about that and make sure that those streets are on the list. And as soon as I get a confirmation from him, I'll share that with council as well. Mayor, that's all I have currently at this time.
Thank you, sir. All right, we'll move to the next item, which is old business. We have none, so that moves us straight into new business. Item A, resolution number 3806.
Resolution of the East Ridge City Council to rescind the council's action denying resolution number 3793 regarding a short-term vacation rental certificate application for the property located at 188 John Arnold Avenue, tax map number 169C-C-001.02C037.
Thank you, sir. You can do that.
I can do, yeah. So this matter is before you all. It's kind of, there'll be a three-part resolutions, 3806, 3807, and for the public hearing, as well as then the first reading of resolution 3807. This actually came about as an oversight in connection with the zoning when there is a when there's a application for a short-term vacation rental certificate, which there was in this case, and a matter comes before this council, a public hearing is to occur before that, and that did not occur. And so there was action taken on the prior resolution, and so that was with respect to 3793. So you didn't pass it, so we don't need to rescind the actual resolution. What you need to do is rescind the action of denying it, is what you're doing here. So and you do that, and then we'll proceed with the actual public hearing relative to the property of 188 John Arnold Avenue.
Thank you, sir. So I will entertain a motion for resolution number 3806, which is rescinding the previous action.
Make a motion to approve resolution number 3806.
Second.
A motion approved by Vice Mayor Tyler and a second by Councilmember Ezell. Do we have any discussion? Seeing none, roll call, Ms. Dietrich.
Vice Mayor Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle,
Yes.
Councilmember Ezell,
Yes.
Councilmember Witt,
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution 3806 approved. So we'll move to item B and resolution number 3708.
All right, this is a resolution, this is the public hearing for resolution number 3807, which that resolution is a resolution of the East Ridge City Council to approve a short-term vacation rental certificate application for the property located at 188 John Arnold Avenue, tax map number 169C, C-001.02C037.
Thank you, sir. I will open up this public hearing. Mr. Howell, do you want to brief us again?
Yes, Mayor and City Council. So the short-term vacation rental per ordinance 1073 requires City Council to review a non-owner occupied short-term vacation rental application. We did receive one objection to this particular short-term vacation rentals certification. City Council must determine whether to grant or deny the short-term vacation rental based on the minimum standards, which are health, safety, and any nuisance concern. The 188 John Arnold structure is situated within an R3 district, which permits short-term vacation rentals. Currently, there is one other short-term vacation rental non-owner occupied that is approved, that's located at 907 Blue Heights Drive. This subdivision is bordered to the northwest and particularly to the east by O2 office districts, which includes hospital facilities, employee parking for the hospital, and a cooling tower for the hospital. To the east of the parcel adjoins an R1 residential district that consists of a church and a single-family home. The area south of Graston Avenue, a combination of single-family homes and duplexes within an R1 district, which makes some of these duplexes legal non-conforming and cannot be used as short-term vacation rentals. However, to the east there are some R2 zone districts which would allow short-term vacation rentals within that district. The surrounding development patterns reflects a combination of non-residential, residential and non-residential uses, providing an important context for evaluating this particular short-term vacation rental use. This mix of residential density and adjacent non-residential zoning indicates that the area is non-exclusively single-family in character and already accommodates a variety of land uses. Additionally, this subdivision has private covenants, conditions, and restrictions that enforce and regulate the short-term vacation rentals as part of their leasing guidelines. Along with the short-term vacation rental ordinance 1073, the subdivision's covenants, conditions, and restrictions and primary zoning classification as an O2 office district make this location suitable for short-term vacation rentals. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. All right, this is an open public hearing, so is the applicant available? Are you the applicant? Okay, would you like to come and address the council? You're more than welcome. Yes, sir.
Thank
If you'll give us your name and address for the
Yes, sir.
record.
My name is Sam Turnipseed. I'm at 1906 Summer Breeze Lane, Hickson, Tennessee, 37343. I just want to make a quick point. It's very rare to see a city council meeting start with a thank you, so I thought that was pretty cool and certainly testament to the culture of the city. So I'm one of the developers of Graston Avenue LLC, which is now called Cielo. Also want to thank you guys for helping us to get this development off the ground up to where we have so far. We've got 11 units that are going. We got about 46 more that are coming. So thank you for your support. And Attorney Litchford, particularly thank you for helping us to get that particular restriction removed from Park Ridge Hospital back about a year and a half ago now. So thank you for your time and the opportunity to speak. As I said, my name is Sam, and I'm here regarding that short-term rental application. I've got 4 points, and I'll be brief. I'd like to begin with consistency. As was already mentioned, the city has approved a short-term rental within the same development, same location, same zoning, and same proximity to the surrounding uses. So respectfully, if the use is appropriate for one unit, then it should be appropriate for another. Denying a second application based on a complaint, though the complaint I understand, introduces subjectivity to what should be a consistent and policy-driven decision. The second one, this property sits immediately next to Park Ridge Hospital, as you all know. You've all seen it. If you haven't been through it, please go through it. We want your support in it. But that creates this proximity to Park Ridge creates a very natural and beneficial use for short-term rentals, serving traveling nurses, which, by the way, we already have one, a traveling nurse that's there, as well as patient families and others who need temporary housing. This is certainly not a party-driven location by any means. It's a very practical housing solution tied directly to a healthcare facility. Third, as was mentioned, and thank you for saying this, this is a 57-unit townhome development with very strong oversight. Short-term rentals are certainly not unregulated on their own. Their platforms now require valid ID. Of course, there's history, and we know where that payment came from. With the kind of oversight that things like Airbnb and VRBO have, not to mention our own covenants and restrictions, there's likely higher oversight to this than there would be a long-term rental across the street. And lastly, regarding proximity, and that was mentioned actually, Councilman Cagle, by your comment in the last meeting I was in, you mentioned about its proximity to the school and to the church. I understand that. And respectfully, those particular uses exist throughout East Ridge, alongside hotels, apartments, and rental housing. And there's really no evidence, and I promise you I looked, there's no evidence that would support any sort of short-term rentals creating any sort of unique risk in those settings, particularly in a small controlled subdivision like ours. I also want to share with you one more thing as a developer. My desire is for all 57 of these units to be owner-occupied. I want that. I want there to be families that live in East Ridge and spend their money in East Ridge and go to Park Ridge Hospital when they need it. However, understanding what Park Ridge could need and what the city could need, providing some sort of a good housing solution for them in that close proximity seems to be a really high and good use of these properties outside of owner-occupied. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. All right, as mentioned, this is a public hearing, so if there's anyone in favor of or opposed, now's your opportunity that you could come forward and address the council. All right, I see no one. I believe Mr. Howell did mention there was someone that actually did oppose, but they sent that in as a letter or
Yes, Mayor,
some kind of
it's in the
notification.
packet.
Okay, yep, it's in the packet. All right, so I will then close this public hearing, and we'll move into the actual resolution, number 3807.
A resolution of the East Ridge City Council to approve a short-term vacation rental certificate application for the property located at 188 John Arnold Avenue, tax map number 169C-C-001.02C037.
Thanks, sir. Council, I will entertain a motion for resolution number 3807.
I'll make a motion to deny resolution 3807.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, I have a motion to deny by Councilmember Cagle and a second by Councilmember Ezell. Do we have any discussion?
Yeah, so the objection that's included in our packet here is anonymous. The objection here is that they oppose short-term rental vacations because it is too close to the elementary school and short-term rentals do not do full background checks. Mr. Howell, you stated that there were long-term rentals in this area.
There are, yes.
Now, are long-term rentals subject to full background checks as well?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, so there's no consistency between those two. Like if I wanted to turn it into a long-term rental, which is the right of the property owner right now, they wouldn't have to do full background checks, and there's nothing stopping them from doing that with the current zoning?
Not with the current zoning now. That would be dependent upon if there was any long-term background checks for a long-term rental.
Right, and then this does meet all of our ordinance requirements up to that point, even to the point of accepting objections by letter.
That's correct.
All right, so this is consistent with a prior use that's already being used over there. Thank you, Mr. Howell.
Any other questions?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Mr. Howell, would you explain, one has already been passed to be short-term. Would you explain how it got passed?
Yes, so that particular one is also a non-owner occupied. We did not receive any objections to that one. So therefore, staff approval is based upon staff approval after that.
It don't have to come before us.
It does not. In the ordinance, it reads only one, any objection, so it could be one or many.
Okay.
It was approved based on no objections whatsoever.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions? Seeing none, roll call, Ms. Dietrich. And note, I'm sorry?
No votes.
And that's what I was saying. A no vote means you are denying the application. I'm sorry, a yes vote.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if you said no or me, but anyway, a yes vote is to deny because that was the motion. Roll call, Ms. Dietrich.
Vice Mayor Tyler,
No.
Councilmember Cagle,
Yes.
Councilmember Izzo,
Yes.
Councilmember Witt,
No.
Mayor Williams.
No. Resolution number 3807 did not,
It was
Pass.
not denied.
it's not denied.
Passed.
So, yes, is there,
For it's got to go through to get approved, it has to be by the majority of the legislative body.
correct.
So we'll have to have a motion to approve, or
If
it will carry over to the next council meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 3807.
we have a motion to approve by Vice Mayor Tyler and a second by Councilmember Witt. Do we have any discussion? I see none. Roll call, Ms. Dietrich.
Vice Mayor Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle,
No.
Councilmember Izzo,
No.
Councilmember Witt,
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3803 approved. We'll move to item E, resolution number 3809. Yes, thank you. I wrote on the wrong line. Okay, yes, resolution number 3808. Thank you for keeping me honest.
A resolution of the East Ridge City Council approving the execution and delivery of a development agreement with Art Holdings Tennessee LLC relating to a project in the Border Region Retail Development District and authorizing certain actions relating thereto.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Litchfield.
Members of the council, this is a development agreement related to property located at 1491 Max Smith Road. This is the old Portofino's site that is now on the, this is the corner of the newly widened Max Smith Road. This is proposed to be a new retail coffee shop together with some units behind it that will generate, or a unit behind it that will generate additional retail taxable retail sales. The developer met with then city manager Scott Miller together with members of his administration team, and they talked about, they looked at the financial projections, the cost of construction of this project, and then discussed what a consistent return on investment would be of what has seen other developments. The design of this project is attached to the back page of this. I think it's Exhibit B. You can see the site plans and the schematic renderings there. This is going to be for the Scooters Coffee. It was the staff administration at that point made a recommendation of an 80-20 split, and that was taken to the IDB. And again, maybe I wasn't clear. This is related to a border region. And so, as many know already, the border region provides a return of state sales tax back to the city under the current existing Border Region Act. And in this case, the property, when it was certified under the district years ago, had a around a $50,000 baseline. My recollection is, other than the old Wally site, I think this is the highest baseline that we've had come before this body with respect to a development agreement. And so the developer, in consultation with the administration, took a recommendation to the IDB of an 80-20 split, and the basis for that was the 80-20 split was coffee shops, just at least per customer, don't bring in the same amount of revenue as a restaurant. The cost of construction for areas around that portion of the intersection are just more expensive now, and the cost here was delayed by a year by the road, and then the $50,000 baseline also is one to have to hurdle before taxable sales will be returned back to the city. When doing the math between the construction, the amount of the construction relative to the amount that the developer would receive back under the border region, that you should have in your packet. The last page is got the projection of sales in there, and you can see there that the total border region revenue to be generated from this site is around 3.3 million. The developer under the 80% allocation would receive 2.6 million, and the total development, when we were at the IDB, the developer stated that the development cost is around 4.5 to just under 5 million for the total development. So when you do the ROI, you divide the developer allocation by the total cost, and you get in the neighborhood of around I think 54, 55, 56%, which is consistent with other border region development agreements that have been approved by the IDB and this body. So that's sort of the history behind it. The IDB heard this last month, approved it unanimously, and it's now before this body for approval of a development agreement similar and consistent with the ones prior that this body has approved.
Thank you, sir. Council, I'll entertain a motion for resolution number. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Before we do, I have one thing to add. Right now, the border region district is set to expire in 2047. One thing we don't know, we hope that there may one day be an expansion or an extension of that payback period after fiscal year 2047. If you look at section 5.19, page 11, you'll see that the 80-20 split, if there's any extension, the 80-20 split goes down automatically to 50-50 at that point. And so that way it's just not considered the consistent of 80-20 split. It's just if there's an extension, the split here would then go to 50-50. So 20 years of an 80-20 split, followed by any extension would be a 50-50 split.
Thank you, sir. All right, council, I'll entertain a motion for resolution number 3808.
I make a motion to approve resolution 3808.
Second.
We have a motion to approve by Councilmember Witt and a second by Vice Mayor Tyler. Do we have any discussion? I don't have discussion, but I do want to reiterate and restate that the figures that City Attorney Lucher was saying, these funds that is being paid back to the developer and or to the city on this is state sales tax using the border region. It is not out of our general fund or any property tax or anything like that. So this is utilizing state funds, which is amazing. All right, no other discussions or topics, then roll call, Ms. Dietrich.
Vice Mayor Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle,
Yes.
Councilmember Ezell,
Yes.
Councilmember Witt,
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3808 approved. We'll move to item E, resolution number 3809.
A resolution of the East Ridge City Council authorizing the purchase and replacement of HVAC components for the arena facility based on findings from Train's annual inspection.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Giles.
Yes, Mayor and Council. Following Train's annual inspection of the arena's HVAC units, several issues were identified, 2 of them being replacement boards in the air units and then 2 of them being our heat exchangers. We do have a service contract with Train, and they come out again every year, do this for us, and it breaks my heart to have to ask, but unfortunately, the repairs that we need for these units comes to $12,094. So I'm asking council to approve these necessary deficiencies in these units to get them repaired this year.
Thank you, ma'am. Council, I'll entertain a motion for resolution number 3809.
I make a motion to approve resolution number 3809.
Second.
We have a motion to approve by Councilmember Witt and a second by Vice Mayor Tyler. Do we have any discussion?
Just one question. Were they broke by chance? I mean, I notice heat exchangers, usually when they're not performing, the unit doesn't. Was the unit running?
No, it stopped running, and so
Okay.
we called Train out a month early to do the inspection. And Ethan had found them all closed because it was their first year back with us, so that's when we discovered everything.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? Seeing none, roll call, Ms. Dietrich.
Vice Mayor Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle,
Yes.
Councilmember Ezell,
Yes.
Councilmember Witt,
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3809 approved. We'll move to item F, resolution number 3810.
A resolution of the East Ridge City Council to approve a bid for the replacement of the community center lower roof.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Giles.
Yes, Mayor and Council. The Parks and Rec Department accepted sealed bids for the community center's lower roof R panels on Wednesday, March 25th. During that time, we received 9 bids. 7 of the 9, 2 of them we did not submit to you because one did not basically put the material cost in there, which I outlined here for you, and then one of them did not include some of the bid paperwork that was required. Of the 7, with doing some research on material cost, and again, before we even bid it out, maintenance and I had a few different roofing companies come out, give us some cost estimates, and we feel that JDH in the amount of $69,932 is consistent with our preliminary cost estimates. As we've already found out throughout the city, going with the lowest bidder is not always the best. So I am asking for us, again, for council to approve JDH for this roofing project for the community center. And I did include all of the bid packets and bids that came in for you in your packets.
Thank you, ma'am. Council, I'll entertain a motion for resolution number 3810 with the staff recommendation of JDH Company, Inc.
Make a motion to approve resolution number 3810.
Second.
Have a motion approved by Councilmember Ezell and a second by Vice Mayor Tyler. Do we have any discussion? No, sir?
I was just gonna be, I just think it's great to use somebody here located in East Ridge. They paying property tax, they're an asset to our community, and it is a little more, but I think it's worth the value.
Thanks, sir. Anyone else?
Couldn't agree more.
Agree. All right. Let's see then. Roll call, Ms. Dietrich.
Vice Mayor Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle,
Yes.
Councilmember Ezell,
Yes.
Councilmember Witt,
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3810 approved.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That is the last item on the agenda. The next item is discussion of tentative agenda, and at this point, we have no business, old or new. So, council, is there any other topics or items you'd like to discuss or add to the agenda?
So, I had a phone call from a couple of people and one stopped to visit about this new thing that got passed in Dalton about limiting vape shops in their city. And they put a stop to allowing any more. I guess they have so many. They wanted to know why East Ridge would not do the same thing and limit the number of vape shops in our town. And I said, well, I'll ask.
I can look into, I'm not familiar with the Dalton efforts, but I'll look into that. That Woodfield County or Murray or is it the
It
city?
just said City of Dalton.
Okay, all right. No, I'll look into that and see and get something back to you.
Yeah,
Walt.
they
But-
put it all on social media about how that got passed. As soon as that happened, then you get a phone call. How come we can't do it?
Okay. Yeah. I'll give Mr. Howell. Do you have anything else to add? I'm happy to get Mr. Howell. He and I will look into it.
Other than how the ordinance for checking the cash places we passed, I actually had started preparing an ordinance on vape shops, but Scott had left, so I can pick that back up if city council would like me to do that.
I would like
Yes.
for him to do that.
I would agree.
I'm for that. Yeah, sure. Do you happen to know how many we have here in East Ridge already?
I do not. I can check the whole business license and figure
It's
out.
more than a baker's dozen, I believe.
Oh, one other thing about vape shops, could we also get them took out of the grocery stores and the service stations that are selling the vape?
I believe that was one of the things in Whitfield County that they had difficulty doing, was pulling them out of certain, it was standalone vape shops, I do believe it was, not necessarily ones that were associated with like convenience stores and stuff like that, Mr. Cagle. So yeah, I don't think they couldn't work that one out.
Yeah,
I do know that
But can we?
That'd be a question for our city attorney.
I do know that the state legislature passed last year a law pertaining to vape shops and all that type of stuff, so there may be some stuff coming up from them.
Well, I'll get something back to you.
Awesome. Anything? Yes, sir.
I'd just like to make a special request that we get Lazard Street between McBride and Tallgrass Avenue paved, because that was one I brought up here back when the streets wasn't finished, when we got rid of the other thing. And so I'd just like to be sure that we get that on the
paving list to be caught up to, because it was the last one on the list from last year.
You said Lazard Street, McBride, and
Between McBride
Bryan
and Palmer's, the whole street down through there. They were supposed to look at it to see.
got a note there. Interim City Manager Williams. I see him writing it. Anything else?
No.
All right. Thanks everyone for being here tonight. This meeting is adjourned.